Hello grade 9 cookery learners! Welcome to this video lesson in preparing and presenting desserts. I am teacher Elizabeth, your guide for today's lesson, and you are watching DepEd MP TV. This video lesson focuses on honing your skills in plating and presenting desserts. As we move forward, let me first give you a brief introduction to the lesson. Before we eat with our mouths, we eat with our eyes. Do you agree? Yes, it is right. It is because the visual appeal of a food is just as important as the tasting experience. Before you even take the first bite, you've already judged the meal in front of you. The presentation of the plating makes an impression. In the previous lessons, you have learned how to prepare quality desserts and sweet sauces. This time, you will appreciate the importance of proper plating and presentation techniques of desserts. Further, this lesson will equip you with the necessary knowledge and skills in plating or presenting desserts. At the end of this module, you are expected to: first, present desserts attractively. Second, identify factors in plating and presenting desserts. As we engage in today's lesson, prepare your self-learning modules and ballpen and let us answer together. Let us determine first how much you already know about plating and presenting desserts by answering the what I know part. Write the letter of the correct answer before each number.
Number 1. Flavored simple syrup is used to blank cakes. Letter A. Color. Letter B. Cream. Letter C. Emulsifies. And letter D. Moisten. The correct answer is letter D. Moisten. Number 2. It is an act of adding final touch of a dish using edible decorations. Letter A. Garnishing. Letter B. Plating. Letter C. Presentation. Letter D. Storing. The correct answer is letter A. Garnishing. Number 3. This is a look of a dessert on a plate that tempts guests' eyes, making them want to taste it. A. Dessert decorations. B. Dessert garnishes. C. Dessert preparation. Letter D. Dessert presentation. Correct answer is letter D. Dessert presentation. Number 4. This requires proper placement of every single element of the dish, including garnishing on the plate. Letter A. Garnishing. Letter B. Plating. Letter C. Packaging. And letter D. Storing. The correct answer is letter B. Plating. Number 5. Flavorings are added after the syrup gets cold because A. The flavor may be lost if added to hot syrup. B. Flavorings will curdle if added to hot syrup. C. Flavorings will dissolve in hot water. D. The flavor will retain in hot syrup. The correct answer is letter A. The flavor may be lost if added to hot syrup. Number 6. This consists of milk, sugar, egg yolks, and vanilla stirred over low heat until lightly thickened, used as garnish for desserts. Letter A. Custard sauce. Letter B. Vanilla sauce. Letter C. Melted chocolate. And letter D. Syrup. The correct answer is letter A. Custard sauce. Number 7. Garnishes on the dessert plate should be blank. A. Colorful. B. Edible. C. Flavorful. and D. Small items. The correct answer is letter B. Edible. Number 8. The only time you should garnish with fresh mint is if you are serving A. Mint ice cream, B. Colored dessert, C. Hot dessert, and D. Sliced cake. The correct answer is letter A. Mint ice cream. Number 9. This is the frame of the presentation of a dish. Letter A. Color. Letter B. Dessert. Letter C. Garnish. And letter D. Plate. The correct answer is letter D. Plate. Number 10. This is a natural appetite suppressant since it can make food look unappetizing. Letter A. Blue color. Letter B. Green color. Letter C. Red color. Letter D. White color. The correct answer is letter D. White color. In plating, food should be blank. A. Crowded in the center. B. Filled in the whole plate. Letter C. Garnished with more colors. Letter D. Contained within the cream of the plate. The correct answer is letter D. Contained within the cream of the plate. Number 12. If your dessert is beautiful, it shouldn't. Letter A. Be decorated. B. Need to be plated. C. Need plate presentation. Letter D. Need lot of garnishes. The correct answer is letter B. Need to be plated. Number 13. This is a good decoration for chocolate cake. Letter A. Custard. Letter B. Chocolate curds. Letter C. Pastry cream. And letter D. Vanilla sauce. The answer is letter D. Vanilla sauce. Number 14. This color gives fresh, cool, and soothing look to your dessert. Letter A. Blue. Letter B. Red. Letter C. Green. And letter D. Yellow. The correct answer is letter B. Red. Last number. An example of garnish that adds wow factor. Letter A. Flowers. Letter B. Fruits. Letter C. Leaves. And letter D. Seeds. The correct answer is letter B. Fruits.
How was your score? If you got a high score, congratulations! If not, then don't worry because you will learn more in this video lesson.
To start with, let us take a look at the what's in part. Dessert presentation is very critical because it can determine the success of a dish, including features such as taste and flavor. The look of a dessert on a plate tempts your guests' eyes, making them want to taste it. When they dig in, they are not disappointed at all. This time, take a look at the different pictures of a sliced banana cake. If you are to choose, which one will you pick? Why? Defend your answer by writing on your module. Going straight on the difference between garnishing and plating, you have to bear in mind that there is a difference between garnishing and plating. Garnishing is an act of adding final touch of a dish using edible decorations, while plating requires proper placement of every single element of the dish, including the garnishes on the plate. Let us now move on with the accompaniments, garnishes, and decorations for desserts. Number 1. Dessert syrup. Flavored simple syrup is used to moisten cakes. Flavorings may be extracts like vanilla and liqueurs like rum. Add flavorings after the syrup gets cold because flavor may be lost if added to hot syrup. Lemon or orange rind may also add flavor to syrups. Number 2. Crème anglaise. Stirred vanilla custard consists of milk, sugar, egg yolks, and vanilla stirred over low heat until lightly thickened. Number 3. Pastry cream. Pastry cream contains starch as well as eggs, resulting in a much thicker and more stable product. It is used as a cake and pastry fillings for cream pies and puddings. With additional liquid, it is used as a custard sauce. Number 4. Custards. Custards consist of milk, sugar, eggs, and flavorings. Whole eggs are used for greater thickening power. Custards are also used as a pie filling, as a dessert by itself, and as a basis for many baked puddings. Considering that dessert plating is an art, it should be an integral part of how you build your recipe. Moving on with the what's more part, Activity 1, Art of Dessert Plating. Dessert should turn heads in the dining room. Garnishing and plating dessert shouldn't be an afterthought. It should be an integral part of how you build your recipe. Let us move on with the 4 garnishes that adds wow factor. Number 1, fruit garnish. Number 2, nut garnish. Number 3, we have the chocolate garnish. Number 4, we have the cookie garnish. After knowing the 4 garnishes that adds wow factor to your desserts, let us move on with your assessment 1. Listed are varieties of locally made desserts. What garnish will you use to add wow factor for each dessert? Write your answer on the opposite column of the given dessert on your module. Are you done with your assessment 1? Your teacher will check your answers.
Bravo for doing assessment 1. Let us move on to activity 2.
Here we go. Guidelines in plating desserts. Number 1. Make garnishes edible. Everything on the dessert plate should be edible and delicious. Number 2. Keep it clean and simple. Don't crowd the plate. If your dessert is beautiful, it shouldn't need a lot of garnishes. Keep the rim of the plate clear so the servers aren't touching the food when they place the desserts in front of the customers. Number 3. Make your garnishes relate to the dessert on the plate. The only time you should garnish with fresh mint is if you are serving mint ice cream. Don't put it in there just because you think the dessert needs color. If you have a brown dessert like apples in puff pastry, then make sure all of those elements are executed well. Puff pastry should look beautiful and crisp. Number 4. Layer flavors and textures in your dessert. Textures and flavors hit the palate at different times. Ask yourself, how can I make this better? If the answer is a little lemon zest, then add it as a garnish. All the components on the plate should build on the dessert, making it better. Alright, so those are the guidelines in plating desserts. Now, let us move on with the assessment 2. Write true if the statement is correct, false if incorrect. Number 1. The servers aren't supposed to be touching the food when they place the desserts in front of the customers, so the rim of the plate should be kept clear. The correct answer is true. Number 2. Any shape or size of the plate can enhance the theme of the dessert presentation. The correct answer is false. Number 3. Any color for garnish can be used to color the dessert. The correct answer is false. Number 4. Fresh mint is a good garnish for mint ice cream. The correct answer is true. Number 5. Inedible garnishes can be used in plating dessert. The correct answer is false.
Excellent if you've got all the correct answers. If not, don't worry, you may review the activities again.
After the guidelines in plating desserts, let us now move on with the plating and presenting tips and techniques. Number 1. The plate. When plating desserts, the choice of plate is critical to the final presentation. Remember, the plate is the frame of the presentation. There are many sizes, shapes, and colors available. Choosing the right size of plate is important because food should not be crowded onto the plate. Number 2. Color. Always consider color as an important part of plate presentation. Always try to have a variety of colors on the plate. Green is fresh and cool and can be soothing. Red is passion and excitement. Black is sophisticated and elegant. Blue is a natural appetite suppressant since it can make food look unappetizing. Number 3. Texture. Texture is critical to food presentation as well as enjoyment. Contrasting hard and soft, smooth and coarse adds visual interest to your food, and it will enhance your customers' enjoyment to the food. Number 4. Keep things clean. Remember that neatness counts. Food should be contained within the rim of the plate, yet it should not be crowded in the center. Take a look at the plate and ask yourself if it is pleasing to the eye. It should not look sloppy and dirty. Number 5. Garnish to impress. Garnishes and decorations can enhance your plate presentation. Choose garnishes that are inappropriate to the ingredients. For example, using a chocolate curls for chocolate cake. Here are some other techniques to keep in mind when garnishing. Number 1. Never decorate a plate with something inedible. Number 2. Ensure the garnish complements and enhances the dish. Number 3. Choose garnishes that are the correct size. They should be easy to eat.
I am confident that you've understand tips and techniques on plating and presenting. Alright, your assessment grade would be the application on how you will enhance the presentation on the picture desserts. Your answers will be rated according to the given rubrics. So, what have you learned? Answer the following questions.
On the What I Can Do part, you have to choose one recipe of indigenous dessert that you will prepare. Picture how you will plate your output and send it to your teacher for evaluation. Your output will be evaluated using the following rubrics. Number 1, proper balance. Number 2, use of color. Number 3, shape and proportion. Number 4, use of garnish. And number 5, overall product presentation. Moving on the post-assessment, encircle the letter of your answer. Number 1. In plating desserts, garnishes should be A. Colorful, B. Edible, C. Flavorful, D. Small items. The correct answer is letter B. Number 2. When do you use fresh mint garnish? When you serve A. Mint ice cream, B. Cold dessert, C. Hot dessert, and D. Sliced cake. The correct answer is letter A. Number 3. This is the frame of the presentation of a dish. Letter A, color. Letter B, dessert. Letter C, garnish. And letter D, plate. The correct answer is letter D. Number 4. This color is a natural appetite suppressant. It can make food look unappetizing. Letter A, blue. Letter B, green. Letter C, red. Letter D, white. The correct answer is letter A. Number 5. The food in plate presentation should be letter A, crowded in the center. Letter B, filled in the whole plate. Letter C, garnished with more colors. Letter D, contained with the rim of the plate. The correct answer is letter D. Number 6. A beautiful dessert shouldn't A. Be decorated, B. Need to be plated, C. Need plate presentation, D. Need a lot of garnish. The correct answer is letter D. Number 7. This is a good decoration for a chocolate cake. Letter A, custard. Letter B, chocolate curls. Letter C, pastry cream. Letter D, vanilla sauce. The correct answer is letter B. Number 8. This color gives fresh, cool, and soothing look to your dessert. Letter A, blue. Letter B, red. Letter C, green. Letter D, yellow. The correct answer is letter C. Number 9. An example of garnish that adds wow factor. Letter A, flowers. Letter B, fruits. Letter C, leaves. And letter D, seeds. The correct answer is letter B. This will add flavor to syrup. Letter A, egg. Letter B, milk. Letter C, oil. Letter D, lemon or orange rind. The correct answer is letter D. Number 11. Flavored simple syrup is used to blank cakes. A, color. B, cream. C, emulsifies. And D, moisten. The correct answer is letter D. Number 12. It is an act of adding final touch of a dish using edible decorations. Letter A, garnishing. Letter B, plating. Letter C, presentation. Letter D, storing. The correct answer is letter B. This is a look of a dessert on a plate that tempts guests' eyes, making them want to taste it. Letter A, dessert decorations. Letter B, dessert garnishes. Letter C, dessert preparation. And letter D, dessert presentation. The correct answer is letter B. Number 14. This requires proper placement of every single element of the dish, including garnishes on the plate. Letter A, garnishing. Letter B, plating. Letter C, packaging. Letter D, storing. The correct answer is letter B. Number 15. Flavorings are added after the syrup gets cold because letter A. The flavor may be lost if added to hot syrup. Letter B. Hot flavorings will curdle if added to hot syrup. Letter C. Flavorings will dissolve in hot water. And letter D. The flavors will retain in hot syrup. The correct answer is letter A.
How do you feel about your score? Were you satisfied? If yes, congratulations! If not, you may watch the video again and you may answer again. To further enhance your skills, you must do the additional activity.
Additional activity. Make an album of different plated desserts with their picture and recipe listed. Your output will be rated using the following rubrics.
Wow! Congratulations for finishing your module! See you on the next episode! Goodbye!